Indian cricket team still has many unanswered questions. Namaskar. While many may claim that India could have gone on to win the first test against England, it's a moot point as to whether it would have actually happened. Anderson and Broad are still around and are able to assert themselves on batsmen in helpful conditions, which would mean that in one session where the ball did a lot could have sunk the Indians. In the World Test Championship game, that's exactly what happened. From the selection to the performance, there is a lot to be desired. Only in India will we see the best bowler in the last World Test Championship series, which lasted over 2 years. Ashwin Ravichandran got dropped. 68 wickets, head and shoulders above everyone else in the World Test Championship, and this is how we treat our best bowler? Did Kohli, our coach, offer any explanation as to why they did this? No. There are some in the present setup who ride roughshod on anyone and everyone, and if anyone dares to question them, they sideline them. Very, very regrettable. Even the left lumpens will admit that perhaps the only place where one finds meritocracy in India is in cricket. But the recent exclusion of Ashwin raises eyebrows. Heck, mine disappeared into my receding hairline. So, what could have been the reason for dropping him? His batting or his hugely popular vlogs? Come out and say it. They won't. They can't. To know more, read my Red Book. It is available in ebook, paperback, or hardbound editions. Now, let's take a look at the batting. The knight in shining armor in the first test was KL Rahul, who wasn't even expected to play the test. So, if Mayank Agarwal is fit for the second test, that is going to start on the 12th, will India drop Rahul, the best batsman in the previous test? And what could be the reason for the below performance or the below par performance of Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane? I looked at their body language when they were at the middle in the middle, and this is my opinion. They look scared, confused, and confounded. Is it because they are nervous as heck about their spot in the playing 11? Who wouldn't be when the best bowler in the world, when the best bowler in the world today does not get a place? England team would have high-fived around when they came to know that Ashwin was not playing. As far as the next four tests are concerned, you can expect England to dish out similar tracks for the next four tests too. Swing and seam friendly. The weather in London is expected to be cloudy on all 5 days. I'm talking about the forecast for the second test. So that would automatically guarantee that it will be a green pitch. Who will India play in the Lord's test? Will they continue to drop Ashwin because Jadeja is a better batsman? Wait, is he not in the team as a bowler? By allowing Root to score so many runs, has India dug itself into a hole for the remainder of the series? More importantly, if Ashwin had played, would he have allowed Root to score so many runs? Remember how he took care of Australia's best batsman, Steve Smith, in the series that India went on to win 2-1. The middle order is looking fragile with the slump in the form of Pujara, Kohli and Rahane. King Kohli is not exactly asserting himself on the opposition. Go back and look over the last 2 years. Then why is India giving him such a long rope? What is the yardstick used to select a player? No answers. The BCCE is full of hubris and acts as a power on its own. Just like the social media companies, one can add BCCI to that list. Because this first test was a draw, let's assume that all three will play. Then what happens? Now, the question is, why is the board continuing to ignore some of the good players? Only questions, no answers. A triple centurion is still waiting to be picked. And about the bowling, will Jadeja continue to play? Will Jadeja continue to play because he got 56 and caught a few catches? Doesn't the coach and the captain know that 20 wickets have to be taken in order to win a test match and that they need to score more runs than England? As for the four pacers, only Bumrah came through in flying colours. For Shardul Thakur to be an Anderson or a Broad, he needs to crank his speed up to 140s and still swing as well as he does at his current speeds. Otherwise, at test level, he will not be able to run through the sides. Swing it like Shami, for all his beating the bat, has only one wicket to show for his efforts. Then one will hear the argument that he was creating pressure from one end, which resulted in wickets falling from the other. Young India, don't look surprised at me asking all these tough questions. Sports journalists used to do so in India too, until, well, you know what happened. I have no brief to carry for anyone and I speak my mind. If you don't like it, then you are being blind to some things that demand an explanation, that merit an explanation. Mohammad Siraj is kiddie, but he too needs to crank up his pace to the 140s in order to keep the batsman in check. At the test level, once they figure you out, they will dismantle you. This is why it is a mystery to me as to why India keeps dropping Ashwin, who continues to evolve as a bowler. If India goes with the same 11, don't be surprised if they lose. I hate to be right on this, but there is a use by date for every player. The current coach is the one who said this. Maybe he thinks he's excluded from his own rule. Thanks for watching. Please like this video, please share it on Facebook and do subscribe to our channel. Namaskar.